Hi there, Andrew here from George's Cameras, giving you today another product lineup video for Godox, which we've just had these lights land in our store. Now we're going to do something a little bit different today. As you can see, in our current studio setup, the lighting isn't so great. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you what these Godox lights can do and how we can turn a room from this to this. And stay to the end of the video because we're going to give away a Godox R1 light. So firstly, we're gonna have a look at the Godox R1, which is a super compact light, and best of all, it's RGB. So let's have a look. So the Godox R1, it's a really nice compact round head light. So once we turn it on, you see, it's quite bright. This at the moment is only on, I think, a very low setting. So if we turn it up, that's its max brightness. So it's got a pretty decent punch to it. One of the coolest things is it is USB-C chargeable. So you can plug in a USB power bank to charge it or plug it into an existing USB charger. Some other cool things as well, it has a couple creative modes, up to 14 in fact, of just different kind of lighting effects, but also one of the coolest features that I think that this has is an inbuilt rave party machine. It's got a microphone. So it has a music mode that if you play some music, it will pop off and strobe with the music, which I think is pretty neat. So apart from the coolest feature in the Godox R1, it also has a tripod screw, so you can mount it onto a tripod. Alternatively, in the box, it has a pretty neat hot shoe to tripod mount adapter, so you can screw that on and chuck it on top of your camera if you wish. Also in the box, you get some Velcro adhesives as well, so you can stick this onto anywhere and easily take it off if you want to use Velcro. And one of the coolest things is it does come with a modifier. So it has a magnetic dome diffuser, which just pops on and you can have some pretty neat soft light. So now that we've got a bit of Sith action back there with the red pumping, we're gonna get a key light going. Haters would say I opened the Stanley knife too much. Don't be a hater. So upon opening the box, you can see I lift. Whew. So we've got our key light, which is the Godox VL300. Yeah. This also comes in two other power wattages as well. You can get it in a 150 or a 200 watt, depending on your preference. But with us today, we have the top of the line 300 watt, which is gonna give us a nice strong power source. Some other cool things that it comes in the box as well. You've got a reflector, comes included, which will punch out a little bit more power for you. One of the best things about this is it is Bowens mount. So if you already use the AD600 from Godox, or basically any other Bowens mount light, and you have modifiers for them, they'll work on the VL series. And in terms of powering options, you can power the VL in two ways. The first is direct mains power, which you use this massive power block with a direct cable straight into a wall. But if you're on the go, what you can use is this V-Lock battery adapter. But also this is also the remote that controls the light as well. So for the dimness and the brightness and to turn it on and off, you still need to use this. But if you're out and about and you do have V-Lock batteries that you can mount in, you can use it without this fat power block. Last thing that comes in the box is a little remote. So you can control it wirelessly. Sweet. All right, we've got our key light. Let's turn it on. And damn, look how bright it is. One of the coolest things about this light is you can adjust the brightness. So we're gonna dim it down to something a little bit more reasonable. And one of the greatest things about the light too is it's perfectly daylight balanced, and also it's got a 96 CRI. So the actual color accuracy is really good. Now, one of the best things about the VL series, not only the 300, but the 200 and the 150, is because of the ability to add modifiers. Apart from adding the included reflector to get a nice strong hard light, you can add a softbox to it to get a nice soft light as well. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a softbox, which is always my favorite. Do you know what the best thing about this is? They've already put the coils in for you. Hey. So now we've got the softbox set up, and we've just got a standard softbox for the Godox VL300. Now, cool thing as well, this is currently double diffused, so it comes with a diffuser panel on the inside, and then we've got a diffuser panel on the outside. But also in the box, it comes with a grid too. So if you want a more focused light, you can attach a grid attachment at the front. And now we have our next light, which is the FL100, which is probably the most unique out of all the lights we've got today because it is fully flexible. You can tell I can lift again. All right, so just getting into the FL100 light, we're gonna unravel this in a second, and we're also gonna use the FL softbox as well that we're gonna attach to the light. But let's first literally unroll the light. This comes in this tube. Look at this. It's literally a rug with lights on it. Cool as that? Let's look at what else you get in the box. So this is the power pack for it. The actual cord for it is plugged in. So between the power pack and the cord for the light, there should be control panel. And just like the VL that we looked at before, here's your little control panel that you can plug your light in. And if you're out and about and don't want to use mains power, what you can do is also get a V-Lock battery and attach it onto this. So you can have a battery powered light source too. Let's turn this thing on. So the FL100 itself is a 100 watt light source. As you can see, it's quite bright. Like the other lights as well, you can dim it down. This is actually at its lowest, so if we turn it up, it's really bright. And other things as well, it is bi-color, so you can change the temperature. So you can have it really cool, so it's like daylight, or you can have it super warm. So my favorite thing about this light is how versatile it is. So firstly, you can see, because it's so flat, you can mount it so you can have a little bit of top-down light. You could also have bottom-up, basically however you want it. And because you can just roll it up, it's really easy to carry it in your backpack or in your camera bag. And you can basically have a portable softbox wherever you go. So we're gonna mount this onto the stand without dropping this. All right, so now we've got the FL100 set up. We've also got our softbox on it with a diffusion panel, and we have a grid on it just to give a little bit more direction to the lights, which also comes included in that softbox bundle. So now we've got one final light. The 1000 by 2. So this is an LED panel, which you can get in bi-color, which is the model that we have, or you can get it in daylight only. First things first, I'm the realist. Second thing, we have a remote. I'm not gonna leave that joke in, that was terrible. So first things first, you get greeted with a remote and then a white box, which we will find out what this is. My guess is it is a power pack. My guess is most definitely correct. We have our little power pack, and then we're gonna open this up. Whoa, there it is. Oh, the big 1000. Yeah. So with the LED 1000 by 2, you're greeted with some barn doors, which you can open up, which greets you with the gigantic light panel. It's also got a diffusion panel that is in it at the moment. So if you want it to be bare bulb, you can. Otherwise, keep the diffusion panel in. And this is a fairly big and strong light source. One of the best things about it too, just like the other lights, you can use a V-Lock battery. So if you're on set, chucking your V-Lock battery, you don't need to use the mains power, it can be powered independently. You've got color changing because it is bi-color, so you go from daylight to a little bit more warm. You can also dim the lights as well wirelessly or on the actual panel itself. It's also got DMX as well, so you can plug in a switcher controller straight into it so you can control the light separately. One of the coolest things about this light that the other lights don't have, as I mentioned, is the barn doors. So with the barn doors, you can basically direct the light wherever you want it. You have it really focused. you can bend them more to one side, which is really neat to have on the light. So turning on the light, if I rotate this around, you can quickly turn it up. If you want to increase the power, turn it down, nice and simple. If you want to change it from daylight to a warmer light, just click it in. You can rotate it around as well. If you've got a warm light, now you've got daylight. And now we can finish off our sick lighting setup. And now we have our full Godox lighting setup. As our key light, we have the VL300 with a softbox, and the lighting is so soft that we don't need a fill light. And as our backlights, we've got two. So we have the R1, which is that red light that we kicked off at the beginning. And then we've also got the LED 1000 pointing towards the back. And finally, we have our FL100 as the headlight. And so basically now we've finalized all our lighting setup, and we definitely look a lot brighter. We hope you guys enjoyed our video lit up by our Godox lights, and be sure to check out our full product range of Godox lights in store or on our website, and links to all of our lights and the modifiers are in the description below. Now, to win the Godox R1 in our giveaway, make sure to check out our Instagram page for full competition details. If you enjoyed our video, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button so you stay up to date with our latest uploads, and make sure to follow us on our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, as well as our blog to keep up to date with the latest camera news and our upcoming events. Have a good one.